What have you got on, Beach?
What do I got on?
Show me what this thing is.
Here.
You know I love to choo-choo and talk about trains. Did I break this thing? It's swinging.
Anthony said 1200. Is it heavier than 1200?
Yes.
Oh, it is 1300.
It's heavier.
Oh, it's heavier than 1300.
It's heavier than 1300.
Okay, so Retro Rob 1278 is too light. So 1300 and was it 1450?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Let's move on.
Let's
what have we got here?
I got this thing. What is it?
It is a little layout with some Hearns Workshop train accessories on it. Let's go from the top. I think it's going to be easier to see from the top.
You show me. Show me what we're looking at.
All right. So we've got this little profile here, which Dave made. And what we have are two items
here. What do you make this out of?
That looks like a bit of MDF, doesn't it? That looks like MDF. Yeah, a bit of MDF. Just cut it up and just put some scatter on it.
He's a bloody wizard, isn't he?
Isn't he? Isn't he? So we have two items here from Hearns Workshop. We have the Victorian buffer stop, and that's in HO scale. And then we also have the water crane.
What does the water crane do?
So it fills the steam engines with the water that they're going to boil up.
Yes.
Because as they're running, they lose water, so they need to fill it up. So I think they had these at each station, maybe.
Oh.
I don't really know how often they had these around. But we have these available now, and they're at a much better new price.
Well, they're a new price.
Yes.
I love it. I love new prices.
Yes, and we've had quite a few of them sell already. So you can see these are 3D printed out of resin, and there's three components here, so they're very easy to build. And you see how that's rotating back and forth.
And it's moving.
Yeah.
So it's
or you can fix it. It's up to you. But that just allows you to set it.
Doesn't come painted though, does it?
No. So you just need to
paint it. What colour does it come?
It'll be grey.
If only you had one in a packet.
Well, that's funny to say because there's one right here.
Have you got one in a packet?
There you go.
Well, let's do an unboxing. Let's do an unboxing.
Have you got a staple remover?
What do you mean?
Something that won't stick into my fingers.
My teeth.
Yeah. That's an option.
Can I use my teeth?
Well, you can. Let me just get this fluff out of the way.
I'm going to use TFG's favourite nippers.
I thought you said you're going to say you're going to use his teeth.
His teeth? I can't even be sure that his teeth are real.
Well, that's why I thought you were going to use his.
Do you think he'll do the show one day with no teeth in?
Oh, I don't know. That'll be funny.
Gummy.
They're real.
Are they real?
Well, there you go. That's a bit hard then. What are you suggesting? We'll take him out.
Yeah. He could do the show with no teeth.
All right, here's a little packet.
What have you got? So this is what you got when you get Hearns Workshop goodies.
That's right.
Nice little clamshell packaging. It's fuzzy. That's what that is.
All right, so clamshell packaging. We just took the sealing staple off it, and that's what you get inside. You get this little packet here.
Is there safety instructions there about not eating it or something?
Yes, there are. So you don't eat this stuff because it's not very tasty, and you may not be able to digest it. So please don't do that. Don't lick it like you would.
No, I wouldn't lick it.
So let's open it up and I'll show you what we've got here.
Tells you how to cutting and sanding and gluing and everything.
Yeah, so it's a...
What a brilliant little packet.
So we've got all the guides in here. You'll find the little hints.
Hints and tips.
That's right. And then when you go onto the website, it'll also have downloadable instructions on how to put this together. Because even though it looks simple here, you do have options. So the real ones actually had a wire handle, which was across here. So I haven't put it on because they don't print as good as putting on a wire one. So you have the option of making a little wire one, bend it on the end and just glue it in with super glue.
We could use Kobe's hair.
Kobe's hair. We could.
We'll go out there
and all this
and shave him. We've got enough hair for a lifetime.
I think you said too many words already. So you got a little hingy bit on the bottom.
Hinge. And
then you've got the bit on the top.
Do you remember how it goes together? I'm putting it under pressure now.
Just like that. Just like that. Hang on. I'm trying to hold it without any glue, right? So there you go. That's together. Oh,
and it's
sort of.
Well, you just need to sand it and glue it.
I haven't got it in the right
You need to sand it and glue it, as per the instructions recommendation.
Yes. So you can see how well it goes together. There you go.
You don't cut these sprue bits off.
That's it.
They're not sprue bits. They look like a ladder or something.
No, that's right. So they're the foot steps. Because you can climb up there for maintenance and cleaning. So you leave them on, and this is the mounting base.
Yep.
So you just make sure there's a hole in your base that size, and you glue it in.
Then you go.
That's right, and so there's the base.
The Hearns water crane.
That's right. Victorian water crane.
Why? Were they different in New South Wales?
I think so.
Oh.
But you can use them on any sort of layout you like, and that's HO scale.
If you used it on a Cato tram layout, it would look funny.
The Cato tram layout,
Yes.
it would. It would look like it's full Godzilla.
To drink from.
That's right, his little drink fountain.
Right.
Should we put it like in brackets? HO scale water fountain or
Godzilla.
ZZ scale Godzilla drinking fountain?
There you go. Untapped. Untapped.
There you go.
Untapped market.
And then we also got the buffer stops.
I do love a good buffer stop.
How good do they look? They just set your layout off a bit differently, don't they? They're pretty chunky.
How do you put grass on layouts?
How do you do it?
Yes.
Well, there's a number of ways.
Is there?
So this one's sort of just sprinkled on. So that's why it's got that flat looking,
And you
like
use
blown
like
down texture.
use a watered down sort of PVA glue. Is that correct?
You do. So you get some PVA glue or white glue.
Yes.
You mix it with some water to get it a bit thinner. And then you add some either drops of detergent to reduce the water tension, or you use paint retarder, which is one of your favorite ones, right?
Yes.
The flow improver. That does the same thing. And the idea behind that is you can spray on a layer of that glue, sprinkle this on, and then when you're happy, you shake off all the excess.
Shake it off.
And then you spray over the top to seal it.
That's what
A bit like hairspray.
That's what Taylor says.
I don't know much about hairspray anymore, but it's what's done apparently.
No, she talks about shaking it off.
Yes. Or there's something like this. This is something that we built with Marlon some time ago.
Marlon.
That's right. And to get these to
Super
be...
Dad.
Yes. And to get these to be like a bit furrier, we have used...
Furrier. Is that the clinical term?
I don't know if it's clinical, but it's one of my terms.
I'd like it furrier.
This is a static grass applicator.
Yep.
And what it does is it's got a battery in it and it charges up all the flock so that when it lands, they each fiber
stands on end.
That's right, because it resists each other with the charge. And so you get it a bit fluffier. And these are back in stock. We always
conceivably put that on underneath.
Now I've got a story for you, right? Because I was going to get some of that hair flock from Japan when I was there. And my missus was telling me off. And I thought, no, I'm going to get some. I'm going to get some. And so I went into a chemist and I was looking for it and they don't carry it. You got to get it online.
Buy a prescription.
No prescription. Just hand them some money and they'll give it to you.
Really?
But I didn't have enough time.
Hair flock.
It was about $50.
Can't we just use this flock and get Jack A to paint it the colour that you want? That's what he does to his interiors.
I might get him to paint it black, say,
Yes.
and then we'll flock my head.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds really messy, doesn't it?
That sounds like what we're going to do for... Look out for episode 250.
250, is it? We've got a bit of time.
That's a tutorial I want to be part of.
That's right.
We're going to flock and airbrush your head.
Because there's another story. So many years ago when I was in Japan, I was looking for some vacuum tubes for my amp. And I went to this tube shop. And over there, they have these little stores. And you go up this tiny little elevator that's big enough for two people. And when it opens up, you're in the shop. And I was up there, and I was in the elevator with my missus. It opened up, and there was a guy greeting us. I said, hello. He said, konnichiwa. And I looked at him, and he had painted on here. He didn't even have flock.
Well, we have the blacker than black. we can give you the blacker than black look.
That'll give a lot of depth, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? See, there's another option. Paint or flock. So let's see. Let's see. That didn't turn out well for me, did it? All right, so there you go. That's what a static grass applicator looks like.
Or potentially it could be used in the cosmetic industry.
It could be. And there is a bigger one too. So if you're doing larger areas or you need something with a bit more power, like on a really huge layout, we do have the Woodland Scenic big, massive ones too. This would be fine for most people.
Is that just a leaf blower?
Static charge.
Hey?
It's just a leaf blower, isn't it? The Woodland Scenic.
Oh, that one. That's funny because it's not a leaf blower, but you can get an optional vacuum sucker-upper. So that's for another live. But there you go. PECO static grass applicators are back.